As many of you guys watching this know, I have my dream car, which I picked up for my 19th birthday. Yeah, that's pretty young, and 95% of people will tell you not to do such a thing at such a young age. And it's understandable where they're coming from, for sure. But people only look at the risks of doing such things and never actually compare to the positive. And that's where I think that 95% seems to go wrong. They'll tell you, don't buy that car, buy a house instead. Buy a reliable commuter. Do this, do that. But I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here. I'm gonna be telling you 5 reasons why you may not regret getting your dream car at a young age, or at any age for that matter. The reasons are progressively gonna get more and more compelling as we go on. So make sure to stay to the end, because the last one is for sure gonna make you want to grind harder to get your dream car. Okay, starting with the 5th reason you will not regret getting your dream car young is the positive attention. If you watched the video I made on why you shouldn't get your dream car young, you're probably thinking that I brought up attention in that video as well. And you're totally right, I did. But like I also mentioned, attention is a double-edged sword. In the last video, I went over all the negative attention to getting your dream car, especially young. I mentioned problem with the cops, problems with envy and jealousy, and just overall being a target. But again, there's 2 sides to attention and one significantly outweighs the other. Yes, the positive attention you get from owning your dream car is going to outweigh the negative attention. So let's talk about what type of positive attention I'm referring to. First off, on the road, you'll receive a lot more respect and courtesy than you ever did before. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, will let you go even if they have the right of way. A lot of people will let you merge. Someone told me it's because no one wants to deal with the cost of hitting a Corvette and that's why they do it. I thought that was funny, but whether it's out of fear or out of respect, it's still benefiting you. Having your dream car will not only make your day, but it will make the days of many other aspiring enthusiasts out there, even the non-enthusiasts. You're gonna have families in minivans telling you to step on it, rev it. I let people sit in my car sometimes and just rev it, and like the look on their faces just makes my day, and it makes theirs too, so it's a win-win. I get hundreds of people in my comments telling me how me getting this car at such a young age has motivated them to better themselves. And honestly, there's not many feelings on this planet that can come close to hearing somebody say you made their day or you motivated them to be better. It's crazy how something as simple as a car can make people's day. And that's exactly what I mean by positive attention. It's like a superpower. If you ever feel like making somebody's day, just take the car out to a public space like a park or something and just watch how many people ask you to rev the car and take pics and all that. Although the attention is typically for other people, this next reason is strictly a positive for you, and that's motivation. I'm sure you see where I'm going with this one. Once you get your dream car, your whole mindset will change now that you have that car. Your goal is gonna go from getting the car to now owning and keeping and maintaining the car. It's crazy. We as humans actually work best when we know we have no other choice but to make it happen. Once you get the car, you never want to be lazy because it's your dream car and you do anything you can to maintain it or keep it. Some people think it's a poor choice to get something so expensive at such a young age, but I think it all depends on the person who's getting it. Yeah, if you go buy a $70,000 car and change absolutely nothing about your mindset, yeah, it's a poor decision. But if you buy that car and that car makes you work twice as hard and make twice as much to keep it, then is it really a poor decision? Because now you're more productive and you have your dream car. Win-win in my books. I'm telling you, you can ask anybody who's lucky enough to be in that position, the position of getting your dream car. Your most productive and best work will come when you have the car. Because why? You have no choice but to work and think smarter. It's just the way it is. Yeah, this does tie back to the stress aspect from the negative reasons, but it's just a matter of how you perceive it. If you know you're the type of person to not change one bit after getting this car, by all means, don't get it, please. Save your money. But me personally, seeing this car in my garage every morning just gives me a reason to work harder every day. You're probably wondering, how does a car make you work hard? But that actually does bring me to my next point, and that is the amount of opportunities you're gonna get with this car. Pro tip, when you get your dream car, don't just not put yourself out there. You can literally use that car as a cheat code to 1, make countless friends, 2, business opportunities, and 3, open doors to new experiences and memories you never even thought of before. And yes, in just slightly over a month of owning this car, all this has happened to me countless times. I dropped a video about going to a meet the other day. I think it was the last video. It was actually my first meet, and the whole time I was just meeting people, talking to people. I even networked with a McLaren 720S owner, and I got his socials, and now we actually talk on a day-to-day basis. It's crazy how a car can open the door to so many opportunities. If you go down the path I did, I used this car to also create videos for you guys. That's part of the job opportunities. Let me be completely honest with you guys. If I knew prior to getting the car that I would just get it and it just sits in my garage depreciating without being an investment in any way, I wouldn't get it. Especially not as a 19-year-old. That's silly. So if you can use it to your advantage, because there's so many ways your dream car could be a blessing rather than a burden, and using it to your your advantage is the best way, trust me. But before we move on to that, this video is brought to you by Lasfit, and I want to actually check if their liners are as durable and strong as they claim for it to be. So what I want to do is I want to go to a fast food and order as much messy things as possible and compare if it's really easier to clean the Lasfit mats compared to the ones in the OEM. We have some barbecue sauce, some water to rinse it off, some napkins to wipe off the water, and a Coke for safety measures, and I'm probably gonna drink it. Okay, we're gonna start with the OEM mats. We're gonna see how this can hold up against the barbecue and the Coke. Oh, this is gonna be nasty. As you can see, both mats are now covered in barbecue. So now let's do the finishing touches by adding some Coke. Let's wash that down. And I'm gonna drink the rest. This is what the aftermath of the mess looks like. Those are the OEMs. You can see the water is already drying into the mat, so that's gonna be a pain to clean. So let's see how easy it is to clean and which one is gonna be better at the end. Now let's check our Lasfit floor mats and see how easy it is to clean this. Okay, now we have both of them side by side, so we could check it up close how much the cleaning did. If you look at this, you can already tell that's nasty. All that barbecue is stuck on there, the water is stuck in there. Nothing helped. It's actually, oh my, it's damp too, so that didn't work out. But for this, you can see it looks good as new. This is the exact same mat, side by side. There's no barbecue on there, the water slides right off, but it looks brand new aside from that footprint, which is crazy. All it took was some water and napkins to clean some nasty barbecue and Coke off this mat, which is insane if you ask me. And it's dry too, which is crazy. Lasfit uses 3D technology, which ensured a perfect fit for my 2020 Honda Civic, both in the front and in the back. If you want to pick up your mats, make sure you click the link in the description and use code socialorbit for 15% off your order. Aside opportunities and motivation, one of the best things that has happened to me since I got this car is my confidence level has shot up. It's weird, I don't even have to be in the car, but I just feel so much more confident now. I know you guys might not understand what I mean, and yeah, it doesn't even make sense talking about it right now, but it's just one of those things that you have to live to understand. It's like a psychological thing. I have no problem talking to strangers anymore, walking up to people, being myself in front of people. Even though the car itself is a material, it represents the hard work and success which boosts your confidence, which then transfers itself onto other areas of your life. It's like, you know, you have the ability to lock in and get this car. You're not gonna let something as simple as walking up to strangers in hopes of making new friends stop you. You literally grinded and got this car at a young age. You're not gonna let that little insecurity stop you from finding opportunities. All that is gonna be in the past. It might not make sense now, but I promise, the people who have their dream cars can vouch for me. But confidence isn't the only thing that changes, and that does bring me to my final point. The final reason you will not regret getting your dream car young is that you're gonna have a huge sense of accomplishment and self-appreciation. All that which comes with finally achieving something so great at such a young age. Getting your dream car is more than getting a car. It's not just about owning it. It reminds you how far you've come and the effort you've put into securing that car. Sometimes I go back a year ago when I knew I was gonna own this car but had no idea how I would have afforded it. And I just have a brain blast like, whoa, it's actually crazy how far I've come from a year ago. I promise you guys, there's not many feelings on this planet better than accomplishing something you worked extremely hard for. It still doesn't feel real knowing I own this car, but it's a dream I'm happy I get to live consciously. Yeah, there's so many more positives to owning your dream car, like happiness, gaining respect, women. Now let me stop. But I just wanted to touch on the things that not many people will think of prior to getting the car. And the positives for sure outweigh the negative. But the negatives are something you should also keep in mind. If you're looking to pull the trigger soon, make sure to watch this video as well, so you can get a sense of what to look for when it's time. Take it easy, my friends. Until next time.